Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. So a lot of people have been asking me, Akshat, please tell us your behind the scenes. Tell us how do you do your freelancing thing? How do you create content? How do you do your masterclass? How do you run your business? And all different kind of questions, right? So what I've decided is that starting today, moving forward in October, November, December, and all the months to come, all the years to come, I'll be sharing my behind the scenes with you, okay? Related to content creation, my freelancing business, scaling my agency, working on other businesses that I'm doing right now. So you know how actually the grind looks like, how actually the processes looks like, right? So for now, I'm working with 3 other members in my team and I'm there and I started out alone. So what I'm trying to do via this particular series of videos is that I'm trying to tell you that when you're just starting out, you have to be decently good at a lot of things, right? You cannot be just good at one thing and you do not afford to not know all the other things, because if you really want to start a business alone, you will have to figure out things by yourself, right? And I'm just trying to tell you that it is not very hard, okay? Everything is available online, and if you just pay close attention to right resources, you can really do almost everything on your own and you do not have to hire people. And it is extremely important that you know things at a decent level so you can actually do them by your own and do not have to invest money in getting those things done, and then you can start whatever you want to in terms of business, in terms of freelancing, in terms of content creation, or whatever it might be, right? Okay, so now for this particular video, what I'm doing is I am redesigning the landing page for my Freelance Freedom Masterclass. For those of you who do not know, I have this 5-day Freelance Freedom Masterclass where I tell people how to start their freelancing career from scratch. I just share my experience, I just share my frameworks to make their lives a bit easier. If you're interested, I will drop the links in the description so you can check it out. But yeah, for this video, I'm just redesigning the landing page and I'm going to tell you how easy it actually is, okay? It is not rocket science. You do not have to understand a lot of complex stuff, but as I design the landing page, I am also going to break down why a particular element that we are putting in a landing page is important and how to think about it so you yourself can design a landing page for yourself if you want in the future, right? So let's do it. As you can see on the screen, I have my landing page opened over here in the editor. I am using Zenler for those of you who want to know which kind of platform I'm using to host this masterclass. And they have this landing page builder, very basic, drag and drop. This is the page that we want to edit, right? Now, as a beginner, let's say you're starting out and you also want to edit your landing page or you want to build your landing page from scratch. How do you do it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this website called marketingexamples.com. Okay. You just see how easy it is, okay? Step by step, there is this article over here that says my step-by-step guide to landing pages that convert. Basic, right? So let's see. So number one thing that you need to fix is title. Now they say explain what you do in your title, okay? So if you see my title, I have mentioned it very specifically. So I have kind of optimized this landing page once, like I would say 2-3 months ago, but I feel like that I can make it even better after reading all these articles. So as you can see, the title says master the art of freelancing in 5 days, which is very precise. Now you have to make sure that when writing a title, it has to be very precise. You, as someone beginner would have written over here, just Freelance Freedom Masterclass, the name of the course, the name of the workshop that they are doing. But once you mention something that people would be achieving out of it and a specific time frame for it, it kind of becomes more interesting. It becomes more intriguing to them, okay? And it feels more real, right? So that is the title. I am not going to change anything in the title. It looks good to me. Now, the one thing that is missing from over here is, I would say, a short paragraph that explains quickly what this masterclass is about and what someone is going to achieve out of this masterclass in a bit more depth. Yeah. So I'm just going to click add new block over here and I'm just going to add an empty block. If that's going to work. No. Okay. So we don't need an empty block, to be honest. We just need to duplicate this particular thing over here and then we'll just change the text and the size of it. So I do not need it. I'll just delete it. Okay. Cop up with me, this editor is kind of a laggy every now and then, so I don't know how to fix it. But anyways, yeah. So as you see, we have this element over here. I will just duplicate this thing. So I'll just clone it. Okay. So it is duplicated over here. Now I'm just going to remove this text over here and I'm going to write down. So if you again go to the article, I already know how I want to do it, but since you do not know, I'm just switching back to the article every now and then so you know where it is coming from, right? I'm not an expert. It is not a rocket science. I'm not an expert landing page builder or an expert copywriter, but you will see how you can build landing pages that looks professional, right? Cool. So number one is title that we have already done. Then if you come to, so here are some of the examples that I'm going to skip very quickly. Second, because my landing page itself is an example, because you can understand in your mind, okay, it is about freelancing. It is about 5-day long freelance freedom masterclass. So you just take that as an example and then see what language I'm using and what are all the things that I'm mentioning in the landing page, right? So the second is obviously subtitle. So as you can see some example over here, Privy. Let's say there is this application called Privy, and the example says Privy's conversion email marketing and text messaging tools help you get more customers from your traffic. They've just explained. They further took a second step, a step ahead in explaining what their tool or their service is all about. And that is exactly what we are going to do over here, okay? Okay, so I'm just now going to mention my subtitle over here. I'm just going to click over here. Let's try duplicating it again, I would say. Or just duplicate this over here. Let's see how it's okay. That's done. Now I'm just going to go to the settings and I'm going to reduce the size of the text. If you can see, font size is 107, which is very large. I'm just going to decrease the size of it. Let's make it, I would say 50. Okay, 50 is perfect. Then I'm going to make it bold. Bold would be fine. Now I'm just going to remove this text and I'm going to write over here a step-by-step masterclass to start your freelancing journey from scratch. Sounds good, right? If someone who just are trying to get into the world of freelancing, they do not know how to start and they want to know everything about it, if they read it, it would be very exciting for them. So that is what I'm just trying to mention over here, a step-by-step masterclass to start your freelancing journey from scratch. It's pretty good. I will just make it look better. I'll just again go to settings. I will decrease line height a bit. So like this comes closer. This looks good, right? Okay, perfect. Master the art of freelancing in 5 days is our title. Then our subtitle says a step-by-step masterclass to start your freelancing journey from scratch. Fair enough? Let's move on. Okay, so the next step according to the article is visual. So in terms of visual, I already have this sales video over here. Okay, now let's quickly talk about what sales video is. So a sales video is all about you trying to connect with your audience, you telling your backstory, where you come from and who you are and what is your goal and why you're hosting this masterclass or whatever you're trying to sell, and why someone should find you credible and register for the masterclass or buy the course or buy the ebook, whatever the landing page is for, right? So this is my sales video over here. You can go to the website from the link in the description and check it out. I'm not going to play it right now, but as you can see over here, okay, this is the editor, yeah. So as you can see over here, I just mentioned I scaled my freelancing business from $0 to $2,000 per month in 8 months, and you can as well. So I'm just trying to add a bit more credibility over here, okay? Okay, so that is the visual part of it. The next part, guys, is CTA. So CTA is basically call to action, right? When you see CTA, there is the second, the segment of it is which says call to value, right? So instead of saying register now, buy now, you just want to write something that talks about value, right? So basically, to say call to value. So that is something that I need to fix because I just mentioned register now, which is not good. And as I told you guys, I'm not an expert into it. I'm just trying new things. I'm trying to figure out how it is going to work for me and how I can actually optimize this landing page so I can get more conversions, right? So again, as you can see over here, I'm just going to click on the button. I'm going to go to the settings. Let's see what we can write over here. Okay, I'm just going to, let's see, if I just remove it and I write down, let's write down start freelancing, start, yeah, that's perfect. I'm just going to write it in capital, start freelancing now. That's great, right? In subtext, I can mention in brackets, register now, which is even better. Okay, so start freelancing now, register now. No, not doesn't sound good. So I'll just make it start freelancing. I'll remove the now. Start freelancing and register now. Makes sense. And so we'll just click save for once. Perfect. Now, as you can see over here, it says register now for just $9.99, which doesn't look very good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make register for now white, and I will leave just $9.99 red, which kind of emphasizes on $9.99 even more, right? Which makes sense. So these are some basics of designing. I am also not good at designing. I am not a professional designer, but I have that quick eye for design of, you know, when it comes to what looks good and what doesn't. So I just try to play around. I just try to make things look good. So yeah, you can do that as well. I'll just go to settings again. I will increase font size Yeah, this one looks good, and then I'll make it extra bold would work. So yeah, register now for just $9.99. Start freelancing, register now. So this top part of landing page, guys, is sorted. Okay, title is done, subtitle is done. We have the sales page part of the video. Then we have also completed the CTA part of the landing page. Yeah, so that is done. Now let's move on to the next part of this, which would be the middle part of the landing page, as you could say, right? Now it says objection handle, right? Add a few words to your CTA to handle the user's biggest objection to clicking. So that's an objection that some buyer might have. If you would have, tried some free trials of some tools, they say free trial, but when you click on it, they ask your credit card. Okay, so that is an objection that a lot of people have. So some company might bust or remove that objection by saying start free, no credit card required, which is a great call to action because people won't doubt it and they will click on it because they just don't want to enter their credit card. So that's one example. Okay, so we have already mentioned register now for just $9.99, and I think when it comes to selling this particular masterclass, there would be no other objection other than the price. Okay, so that's something that we have clearly mentioned over there. It is very cheap. It is just $9.99. Then we'll go to email capture plus CTA. We are not capturing emails. You can skip this. About the fold recap. Okay, so that was the above part of it. That is the top part of the landing page. As I just told you, explain the value you provide, title, explain how you'll create it, subtitle, let the users visualize it, which is our sales video in our case, make it believable, which is social proof. Okay, we haven't added the social proof, right? Okay, we skipped this by mistake. Okay, sorry. We have to add the social proof. Okay, so let's see. So the mistake that I have done in the landing page that I have created previously, as you can see, this is the old design. Just the upper part of it we have edited right now. The bottom of the landing page, then there are testimonials. I have some great testimonials that I can leverage and I can utilize. Now, as you can see, I just completed this over here, the testimonial part of it, okay? The social proof part of it. It is extremely important, I'm telling you. So the concept of social proof is that, for example, let's say you have a group of 5 friends, okay? And 4 of those friends are using, let's say, are wearing a Nike shoe and they tell you that this shoe is really great, okay, you should buy that shoe. So you probably will, as a human being, the way our brains are wired psychologically is that you would be influenced to buy that particular product or their particular shoes in this particular case. Yeah, that is why social proof works so well, and that is why it is so important for your landing page. Now you would be thinking like, Akshat, where do I bring social proof when I'm just starting out? Okay, even I started out from scratch, right? When I first created my landing page, there were no testimonials, there was no social proof. Okay, so when I did my first batch of the masterclass, I asked these students that if you found my masterclass useful, please drop me a good review. And they very generously dropped a review for me. And then I just used it as a testimonial. That is how you have to go about it, okay? So do not give excuses, just work for it because everybody starts from scratch, okay? I'll just mention over here something like this, okay? Review from past students, okay? So I can just move it. If I can just drag it, I can move it, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, so I'll just move it. Students, this is what my past students says about me. It should build some credibility and should, convince people to take a further step if they are just landing on my landing page the first time. Yeah, so that is that part of it. Now let's see. Social proof is done. CTA is done. Okay. That is done. Now make the value concrete. Features and objections. Right. Okay. So now we have to talk about what are the features of this masterclass. So basically, what will all the offerings be? And apart from the features, you have to mention all the objections and you have to solve those objections for people. Yeah. So let's see some examples over here. So simple, grandma can use it. Okay. Whatever that particular tool might be, they are giving us example of. Okay. Then there is some more social proof, which is fine. We are not worrying about that right now. But let's talk about features and objections. Okay. Now I have already mentioned it. So not sure if this masterclass is for you. You are in doubt, let me solve it. Okay, so if you want to be a freelancer but you don't know how to start, this masterclass is for you. If you're frustrated by competition on freelancing platform and can't find any project, this is for you. So I am basically handling all the objections and I'm telling you if this is for you or not. I'm able to do it very properly because I already know who exactly my target audience is, which is very important. Okay, people just dive straight into, okay, how do I build landing pages? Well, this is exactly how you build landing pages. It is not rocket science. It is very easy. It is very basic. But if you do not even know what language to use, then how you're going to build a landing page? If you truly understand who your target audience is, that is why it is very important to research your audience, to write down what their problems are, what their pain points are and how you can possibly solve it. Okay. The third point is, if you're not interested in what they teach you in college and you want to learn something new and earn money, this masterclass is for you. So these are basically all the objections. I'm just writing them in a way that it target to my ideal audience, which is extremely important again, right? So now let's move down. So basically we have also completed the features and objections part of this particular landing page, if I would say. Then okay, now that you know it is for you, let me tell you how it works. So we have handled the objections. Now we are going to talk about the features. What can you expect in the next 5 days of the Freelance Freedom Masterclass? Okay. So as you can see, let me tell you how it works. A 5-day intensive masterclass that help you find clients and build your new career as a freelancer, and it costs you less than a pair of sneakers and includes all of this. Okay. So I'm telling that this is basically very cheap. It costs you less than a pair of sneakers, which is truth. That is not something that I'm making up out of the blue. And then I've created a very good graphic, as you can see. So basically I mentioned our private Discord server. I'm telling that you will get worksheet and resources. I'm telling that there are some bonuses. Then I'm telling there is a live Q&A. And then I've created that poster for my Freelance Freedom Masterclass. Looks good. Make your landing page a bit more visual, a bit more exciting. Yeah, so that is about that. Now I'm just mentioning all the features. On the day 0 of the masterclass, there will be live onboarding session. Then on the day 1, there will be learning how to approach any new skill, my framework that will help you figure out what you are interested in and how to learn that particular skill. Then in the same way, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6. So people know exactly what they can expect and they are not left in the dark. Okay, and once they are very convinced, they would be signing up for the masterclass. Okay, yeah. So you pay 999 rupees only. Register now for 999. Again, we have to make value to action, not call to action, as you just read in the article. So this is something also new that I just kind of learned today with you guys while designing this landing page. Okay, so I go to settings, not register now. I would say start freelancing now at the rate 999. Didn't learn anything new at the end of the masterclass. No questions asked. This is again, I am handling an objection. A lot of people have an objection. A lot of people have fear, because right now there are a lot of people who are doing these courses. There are a lot of people doing workshops and a lot of scams are happening. So people are always in fear. So I'm just handling that objection. I will return 100% of your money back if you didn't learn anything new from this masterclass, and if you think that this masterclass is very bad. Okay, and I'm very confident that the material inside this masterclass will blow people's mind, and that is why I do not hesitate in writing and making such claims. Yeah, so I know it is going to help them. Yeah, again, that part is done, guys. Features and objection part is done, as you just seen over here. Then let's move down. So more social proof, right? Now more social proof where maybe you can include the pictures of your past students or past customers, or maybe you can include the videos, some more text testimonials if you can do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave these testimonials like this over here because they look good. They look more real because those are real messages someone have typed me in my Discord server. So they look very real, and I think they will make me a bit more credible when people will have a look at these testimonials. So as you can see over here at the right bottom corner, there is some message from on Instagram. So very real. Okay, there is no way I can imitate it or I can make it fake. But you can see, right, these are messages from the Discord server. It will make it look more authentic, more trustworthy, more credible. So we'll just leave it the way it is. And I just got the idea. They've written, we have reinvented email, how small brands sell more. I'm just going to mention you guys over here, happy students. Yeah, something new, something different, something exciting. I'll just make it red, highlight it, go over here, color is done. I'll increase the font size a bit, then I'll make the font black. Happy students. Yeah, and happy students. These are my students. Now one thing to fix, guys, is so this is the black part of it, then there is white, and then there is black. Then I'm again going to make this particular part white. I'm just playing around again. So let's make it white. I'll just leave it red like this for now. Then let's see what the next part is. FAQ, which is frequently asked questions. I do not have a lot of frequently asked questions by now. If there are, I will add at the bottom of those testimonials that you can see over here. just over here below happy students and above who am I, right? Now if you go down, then it says second CTA, right? Which I think we have already done over here. So the first CTA, guys, it was over here, start freelancing. And then the second CTA is over here. So the reason why we do this is because when someone, let's say, visit on a landing page, okay, they see your landing page, they scroll down. Then if you only have a CTA at the top and there is nothing at the bottom, some people might just quit your website or your landing page, okay? And you will see a lot of drop of rates. So you do not want to do that. You want to remind them again that you can register for this particular masterclass right now at $9.99, right? So keep that in mind. That is the reason why there are multiple CTAs on a landing page. They are not there for no reason. There is a reason behind everything, okay? Okay, so this is a great thing, okay? They say reiterate value, right? So you're telling them again that it is not a scam, okay? It is not something that we have made up. A lot of people have literally found great value out of it, okay? So I think around 100 people have already been through this masterclass. So I'll just mention like this: join hundreds of thriving freelancers. Yeah, sounds good. Join 100 of thriving freelancers. I'll make it heading. Yeah, and I will move this thing down here, and then I will mention here join hundreds. Okay, wait. So I'll just mention join hundreds of thriving freelancers, or something else, thriving freelancers like you today. Sounds good to me. And I'll make it, which color should you make it? Which will look good? What do you think? Let's see, let's try white. How does it look? Looks good to me. Great. Okay, then there is founder's note. Put yourself in their shoes, explain their problem, take ownership of it, show the happy ending. Okay. Yeah, I've just explained who I am. When did I started my freelancing journey? How did I found results out of it? So people actually know, that this person is not a random person just trying to make money online, and he's also coming from a point where we are today. And since he has been able to do it, we would be able to do it as well using this masterclass. And that is the entire thought process behind explaining who you are and where you come from. So yeah, guys, like that was about the last part of it. I'm just explaining who I am, what is my backstory, and how I can help you and how I did it, right? I added my picture over here. And this picture is from Andamans, like this January 2021. And I just mentioned some very short description of who I am again. And then at the bottom of it, I mentioned the picture of my YouTube channel. So people can see that I'm also putting in the work. I'm also creating content on YouTube like this, as you can see for you guys, right? That I also do, and I want my audience to know about it. And at the end, there is a get in touch form. So if someone has some extra questions, even after going through this landing page, they can quickly mention their name and they can ask their question, and then I can get back to them email, right? So yeah, guys, that is about the landing page. As you can see, it looks pretty good. If I just click on the preview over here, the title says Master the Art of Freelancing in 5 days, a step-by-step masterclass to start your freelancing journey from scratch, a good sales video, a good call to action, value to action, start freelancing, not register now. Okay. Then some reviews from students, which acts as a social proof. Great thing to add in your landing page, always helps. Then I'm just handling all the objections and telling people if it is for you or not. Then I'm talking about all the things that they can expect in the masterclass. So basically the features, if you have a product or if you have a SaaS product or something else that you're trying to sell and you're building landing page for. Then again, there is a CTA, and I'm saying join hundreds of thriving freelancers like you. Today, you only pay 999 rupees, right? And then again, some testimonials, and again, who I am, a good form at the end, not good, a very basic form at the end. So people can ask their questions, and that is it. That's your landing page, guys. There is no rocket science. I just figured out the concepts of writing good landing page in front of you by reading that particular article. If not that article, you can read some random article on the internet as well, some other article as well. Every article almost talks about same thing, okay? There are a lot of advanced concepts when it comes to building a landing page as well, when it comes to copywriting as well, but you do not want to learn all those concepts at once. Okay, if you are not from that particular field, right, you just go to that article, you take the reference, and then you apply that you execute that in your own work. Okay, now once this is built, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test it, and I'm going to see what are the results it is bringing me. And if the results are not good enough, I'm again going to go to some different article on internet. I'm going to read that article. If I find something better than this particular article, I will try to incorporate it in my landing page again. I'll not make a video on it obviously again, but I'm just trying to incorporate it, and then I'll test it again. So basically you just learn, you execute, and then you test, then you optimize, then you experiment again, and then there is this loop that goes on and on and on and on. And I think this loop is extremely important for you as a solopreneur, for you as a freelancer who is trying to grow his or her business, or their freelancing business, or whatever other side hustle that you might want to work on. Okay, because you do not have enough money when you're starting out to hire other people to do it for you. You can literally go out and hire people for 30,000 rupees per month, not month, on a project basis, and they will build you this landing page that I just did in front of you. Okay, they might make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing, I would say, a bit more professional, but I think this thing over here will get the work done. Okay, even the previous one that we just edited was bringing me decent results, and I'm sure this will bring me even better results. So that is all for this video, guys. I hope you find this behind the scene video useful. You get some value out of it, you get some insights out of it, and if you did, please smash that like button. If you are watching me for the first time, please subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you do not miss out my videos that I'm going to create every week. The next behind the scenes video, guys, would be me creating an ad for this masterclass. Okay, I'm going to break down how an ad is created, what is the thought process behind creating a social media ad, so you get to get some insights out of it as well. And then at the end, maybe in some episode, I'm going to share with you the data, the analytics, the results that I have got. Okay, again, if you found this video useful, smash the like button, please, please, please. It helps me a lot to reach to a lot more people, and it inspires me and it motivates me to create even better content for you guys. That is all for this video. Have a good day. I will see you guys in my next video.